Where we were last time? What exactly we were discussing? Discussion चल रहा था last time. We have discussed regarding this marketable and non-marketable assets. Hello.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Hello.
Sir, we have discussed only components of Indian finance.
No, I'm not able to hear you properly.
Sir, only components of Indian financial system.
Tell me right now. You tell me. I can perhaps.
Sir, components of Indian financial system.
So we stopped there. Components of the Indian financial system.
Yes,
ये
sir.
component यहाँ तक हम थे ना?
Yes, sir.
यहाँ तक थे. So financial institutions and basically financial markets, services. So that means this is a ecosystem where financial institutions provide financial services with the help of financial instruments in a financial market. That is how you can describe the Indian financial system or financial system of any economy or any country. There must be financial institutions, there must be financial services. Otherwise, how these services will be provided and who will provide these services? Ultimately, financial institutions. And there should be a marketplace. Without the marketplace, no buying and selling can happen. And ultimately, through a financial instruments, it will be solved or it will be made available to the ultimate investor or the customer. That is how the market or the financial system is developed or is evolved. ये तो हो गया था शायद. Financial institution and functions of financial system.
No,
I think
No, sir.
No, sir.
no. Acha, tell me then. Is the basic financial functions of any financial institutions or the financial market, that is known as short-term liability transformed into long-term assets. What do you understand by this, Akash? Short-term, this is the basic function of any financial system. Short-term liability transformed into long-term assets or vice versa also. What exactly you understand? Yes, come on. Anybody can tell. Anybody can try. What exactly you understand this one? First function is what mediates between savers and investors. Okay, but the functions which are given in this form is short-term liability transformed into long-term assets. What do you understand by that? Any guess? Wild guess also, no problem. थोड़ा दिमाग तो चलाओ यार. हंसराज, क्या होगा रे? अपूर्वा,
So is it like preference shareholders are turned into equity shareholders, something like that?
okay. Who is saying Isa?
Yes, sir.
I can make out from your voice. Fine, good try. I must appreciate that you tried without having any sort of inhibitions. That is also good, but that is not the exact answer. What we Atisa or rule number 29. Rule number 29. Are you there? Rule number 29. Roll number 29. Absent.
Yes, sir, I'm there.
I have already put you absent, given an absent. Your video is off.
Sir, another devices are my hanged. Zoom is hanged.
Zoom is hanged.
Yes,
Is
sir.
everything correct except Zoom?
Yes, sir.
Yes. You are not going to get attendance today.
Sorry, sir.
Manav Saha.
Yes,
Roll
sir.
number 55. Same. Okay. क्या भवानी क्या होगा बोलो शॉर्ट टर्म लायबिलिटी ट्रांसफॉर्म्ड इनटू लॉन्ग टर्म एसेट्स
Actually, short-term liability is quite confusing.
quite confusing okay ठीक है you I clear your confusion by writing long term liability transformed into short term assets no okay ठीक है no issues think of just tire up your mind Anandita
Yes, sir.
बोलो क्या हो सकता है अरे कुछ तो बोलो ना like something you should say
Sir, if we make any deposit and the interest goes on rising, then something like that maybe.
who is saying this one
Sir, Prachi.
Prachi what you are saying again come
So
on
suppose we make a deposit.
very good you make a deposit where you are making the deposit Prachi
Sir, anything maybe in SIP or something, some short-term fund or maybe something like that. So just giving an example because I do not know.
okay great very good हाँ उसके बाद
And the interest keeps on rising, so maturity value will keep on rising. So ऐसा कुछ sir, I don't know.
okay अच्छा I'm giving a clue let us see how many of you can again take the clue and tell me the answer you think of the balance sheet of any financial institutions or any organization balance sheet of any organization think of and tell me balance sheet of any organization
Sir?
हाँ people
Sir, when we take a loan, suppose for the 5 years, it creates a long-term liability and it increases our short-term assets in the form of cash.
You are taking a loan absolutely you are taking a loan the loan is what for you it will be considered what for you if you are taking a loan
Sir, long-term liability.
this is a liability for you this is a liability yes or no
Yes.
hello yes
Yes, sir.
from whom you have taken a loan
Sir, financial institutions or banks.
Financial institutions or the banks for the financial institution or the banks the loan is considered to be what
Sir,
asset very good got it or not asset I am saying you that I am asking you financial institution and their functions and in the functions I am saying the functions of financial institution and first point is short term liability transformed into long term assets then how do you define it now you are nearer to the answer now Prachi your answer and people answer you club together you might get the correct one hello do you understand my point
Yes, sir.
छोटी सी चीज है जो आप बैलेंस शीट को ठीक ठाक रीड कर सकते हो तो आपका कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं आप आराम से उसको कर सकते हो अच्छा ठीक है ये हो गया मेरा फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस और बैंक्स ठीक है। बैंक्स ये पैसा कहां से लाता है? फ्रॉम वेयर दिस पीपुल गेट मनी?
Public.
हाँ, public, very good. Public put their money into financial institution or banks in the form of what?
Deposits.
Hansraj, correct? Deposits. So these deposits become what for banks and financial institutions?
Demand deposits.
Investment.
Liability, very good. So you have to see the balance sheet में यहाँ पे क्या होता है? Liability इधर क्या होता है? Assets. So इस हाथ से लेगा उस हाथ से देगा, तो इस हाथ से लेगा मीन्स कहाँ क्या ले रहा है? बैंक्स और फाइनेंशियल इंस्टीट्यूशंस क्या ले रहे हैं? वो लोग डिपॉजिट्स ले रहे हैं. दिस डिपॉजिट्स कैन बी शॉर्ट term or long term. Short term means it can be for 1 day, 7 day, 1 year, or long term maybe it can be of 3 years, 5 years, more than that. Yes or no? So now these banks and financial institutions have a pool of money, pool of resources, pool resources. What resources? ये pool resources को क्या करेंगे वो लोग? What will they do? They will lend. To whom? To borrowers. So once the lending is done, this lending will be what for these people? For these banks and financial institutions? This will be what? Assets. So they are creating assets or loans. They are creating loans, otherwise known as your assets. So now these liabilities are transforming into what? Into assets. Sometimes I am saying that short-term liability, it can be long-term liability. So short-term liability can be, you see, you are keeping 1,000 rupees, like all 60 people are, those who are sitting here, they are keeping only 1,000, 1,000, 1,000. So it becomes how many, how much rupees at last? 1,000 multiplied by 60, it will come around to 6 lakh of rupees. So resource, this pool becomes 6 lakh of rupees. And this pool, out of this pool, an asset is created. Loans and advances are given. That is why this is this function of any financial institution. You see, their job is this. They get fund from somewhere and they get, and the fund gets invested at somewhere else in creating assets for them. Why we say that these loans are assets for these banks? Why we say? Why it is said that these are the assets for the banks? Huh? Yes. Abranil, why we say they are assets for the banks or financial institutions?
They get They get interest.
They get interest or a steady stream of income for them.
Cash inflow.
Cash inflow. Unless and until the asset gives you a steady cash inflow or a steady income, it cannot be called as an asset, or it will be considered as a dead asset. Are you getting my point or not? You are staying in your own house. Is it an asset? Is it an asset for you or a liability for you? You are staying in your own house.
Asset, sir.
Asset.
Or you are giving
Asset.
you are giving a house on rent to somebody. You have hired the house to somebody. You are given the asset, like let the asset on hire. So obviously the house which is given on rent, it gives you a steady stream of income in the form of a rent. So that is an asset for you. So likewise, these loans and advances, they provide a steady stream of income in the form of interest to the banks. That is why they are called as assets. Got my point? Hello, everybody through?
Yes, sir.
Everybody through or not? Payal, Arun, Vipul, Mansita.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
47 roll number. रोल नंबर 47.
Yes, sir.
हेरेवर्ड, क्या तुम्हारा
Yes, sir.
नाम क्या है, कैसे प्रोनाउंस कर रहे हो?
Harry.
हैरीवर्ड.
Harry.
ओके, हैरीवर्ड. अंकिता, भवानी समझ में आया जो बोला?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then let us go to the next one. What does it say? Risk transformation. क्या कोई बोल सकता है? What is risk transformation? Risk transformation और maturity transformation. Yes, try करो. एक बार कोई भी ट्राई करेगा उसके बाद मैं समझा दूँ, बट आपको थोड़ा दिमाग में प्रेशर डालना पड़ेगा.
Sir,
हाँ,
sir, they are transferring the position of liability from them to the borrowers.
okay. Who is saying?
So Ayush.
Ayush, हाँ. Again, repeat Ayush, what you are saying?
Sir, they are transferring the position of liability from them to the borrowers. Those who are taking loans.
Those who are taking loans. No, we are discussing about the functions of the financial institutions. So
Yes.
how this financial institution, which is mediating between two people, that is savers and investors, how they help in transforming the risk from one person to another, or one set of person to another set of person. That is what we are talking. That is what we are discussing. Did you get my point? Vandana, Devi, Vandana.
Yes, sir.
Risk transformation. Animes?
Sir,
हाँ,
sir, is it connected to bank guarantee?
bank guarantee. Okay.
In large contracts, if there is a default, bank takes a guarantee that they will be the bailee.
They'll pay the bill. Okay. Okay. ठीक है. ठीक है. That is how they transform the risk. Okay. Anything else? Again, come back to the same example. Okay. You want to make an investment, or suppose some borrowers come to you. You are a depositor, the borrower comes to you, and you are depositors. The borrowers come to you and asks money to you, that I want to do some kind of venture, give me money, or give me fund, or give me capital, supply me capital. Will you give him? Will you give capital to a person?
No, sir.
The person who is unknown to you comes to you for capital for doing business. Will you give capital?
No, sir.
No, sir.
No. Why? Why you will not give capital?
Because there is risk involved. So
Yes, there is a risk involved. What kind of risk involved? What kind of risk involved?
Repayment.
Repayment. Very good. Repayment. Another kind of risk. What is involved? That means what? You do not know whether the person will repay or not. Number two. What could be? Yes.
Bad debt.
Bad debt. Repayment. Non-payment means repayment. No repayment, or repayment risk, and the bad debt will occur. Correct. Any other thing?
Interest. Say interest.
Same thing. Non-payment of interest and principal happens in case of a risk. That risk you have defined. Another risk can be because he is coming to you to provide capital for some kind of venture. Do you know the business? in which he is putting his money. Business model. Any idea about the business model? You don't have any idea about the business model. So what exactly you are doing? You are giving this fund to whom? To the banks. And you are asking the banks subsequently to take the risk if there is a non-payment of or no repayment of principal and interest, as well as the bank will understand the business model. The bank will understand the business model and accordingly fund the borrower, which I do not have any kind of knowledge. That is the reason why I am saying that no, I do not know the borrower. I don't have any idea about the business model in which the borrower will deploy his fund, or he will give his or he will invest in that business. So that is the reason why you are saying that no, I'll put my money into the banks, or I'll put money into my financial institutions, and they will support the borrower instead of me directly support the borrower. So as a result, these depositors for this financial institution, suppose if I say bank, how much usually banks provide you in the form of interest? How much interest they provide you? Can anybody tell me? Max to max.
6%.
6% is very good. 6%. Sorry, 6% they provide. And how much they charge from the borrowers on an average? Any idea?
7%.
7 to 8.
So 7 to 8.
7 to 8. It is more than that. It will
12%.
Yes, 12 to 14%. 14%. For personal loans, it will go up to 18%. For personal loan, it will go up to 18%. So that means what? I am paying you 4%. The bank gives you, maximum the bank is giving you 6%. If it is savings bank account, you know how much in the savings bank account they pay you. Yes, all of you have a bank account. How much do they pay you in savings bank account?
So 5 to 6. So 5 to 6.
4%. It is 3.5 to 4% they pay, whereas the charge from the borrowers 12 to 14%. So what is the difference between that? What is the difference between that? If I take a minimum 12%, the difference is how much?
8%.
8%. This 8% is assumed by whom? Or this 8% return is taken by whom?
The bank.
Bank. Why the bank is taking 8% in between? Because the bank has assumed some amount of, or the financial institution has assumed some amount of risk. What?
Risk.
So as there is a risk, they are also taking a chunk of the return. Are you getting my point? So risk transformation basically is this one. So you are transforming the risk, or you are transferring the risk to the financial institution instead of taking the risk on your own. Okay? Then last one is what? Size transformation functions. Small deposits to a large loans and vice versa. This you can understand quite easily. I told you right now, na? What is this? Pool of resources. How these pool of resources are created? By depositing small amount of deposits. People like you and me, they go and deposit small amounts, and that is how this pool of resources is created. Fine. Drops of what? Beginning. Am I clear to you what I'm trying to say? This is nothing but your size transformation. Size transformation. Correct. Any borrower comes to you and tells that I want 100 crore of rupees. Will you able to fund that particular person? Can you fund that particular person, or can you provide capital to that person who is seeking 100 crores of rupees from you?
No,
or
sir.
1000 crores of rupees from you? It will be a very difficult task. That is the reason why the borrowers, instead of coming to a single individual, they come to the financial institution for loans and advances. Correct? Okay. This point is clear to you, all of you? Sandeep, are you clear with this point? Atul, Sandeep. Atul, Sandeep, I am asking you.
Yes, sir.
Say yes or no clearly. Chirag, correct? अक्षय कृति क्या कर रही हो? मोबाइल देख रही हो या लिख रही हो? Very good. Then banking or depository institutions, basically we are depositing our resources into this institution. That is why they are known as banking or depository institutions. Sometimes non-banking and non-depository institutions. Some institutions are there, they don't take deposits. They do not take deposits, that is, they do not take public deposits. आदित्य क्या हो रहा है रे? नींद नहीं टूटा अभी तक? आदित्य अग्रवाल क्या कर रहे हो क्लास में बैठ के? हाँ?
Sorry, sir.
It's not sorry, sir. Then some other institutions are there. They are known as regulatory institutions. They are called, some of the name I have already listed out. RBI, SEBI, IRDAI, PFRDA, FMC, MCA. These are the regulatory institutions, and they regulate different kinds of institutions. Subsequently, I'll tell you in the regulatory framework, I'll tell you what they do. And intermediates, banks, and non-intermediates like NABARD and CP, they are known as non-intermediates. So they do not take any kind of deposits from the public directly. So basically, I'm talking of these are the financial institutions and some of the functions of the financial institutions. Okay, so some are in financial institutions, some are banking or depository institutions, some are non-banking, non-depository institutions, some are regulatory institutions, some are intermediate, some are non-intermediates. All total together, we say that they are financial institutions. Correct? Then we'll come to the financial assets. From financial institutions, we are coming to another component, that is financial assets. They derive its value from the ownership claim or from the contractual rights. Okay, so they don't have any physical form, unlike physical assets, and their value reflects factors of demand and supply in the marketplace where they are transacted. So that means the financial assets derives its value from the financial claim or the contractual rights. Sorry, from the financial claims or the contractual. क्या हुआ रे? From